Alright guys, my name is Fulgence Fidel. I'm Tanzanian web developer, and in this video I will explain about JavaScript variable, way for declaring variables, ways for naming variable, or style for naming variable, and so here is my index.html file, and I already linked here a JavaScript file which I called script.js, which is this one, and this index.html file I have already opened it in my Chrome browser. So let's start. So what is a variable? A variable is a container that holds a piece of data, and there are three keywords for declaring a variable, which are var, const, and rate. These keywords are using to declare a variable. So how we declare a variable? Let's say we want to declare someone full name, so we can do like this: var, we put here a name of a variable, which in our case is full name. So we assign it to, okay, let's put my name here, Fulgence Fidel. So var is a keyword, full name is a variable name, and Fulgence Fidel is a value for that variable. So yeah, we can use a const, and here rate. So this is how we declare a variable in JavaScript. So how we can access our variable? I will give you two simple ways. First one, you can go here to Chrome and inspect, go into a console and refresh, then type for a variable name which is full name, enter, and we get our value for that variable. And when you refresh, it is go away. Another way, you can go here and type console.log, and inside here you put your variable name, which is full name. So when you come here to your browser and refresh, you get your variable. JavaScript variable dynamic typing. Dynamic typing means that they can change from one data type to another. In this example, our variable full name is a string, so we can change this into number or boolean and find null. Okay, let me show you. Now can we reassign full name be equal to maybe 100. So save and come here and refresh. You see our Fulgence Fidel is gone away, and it print 100, which is number type. Okay, then you can reassign again to maybe false. Refresh. See, this is called dynamic typing. Also, in a JavaScript, you cannot access the variable before you define it. So let me show you. You cannot do this. Here we are trying to access the variable before we define or we declare it. So let's see what will be the output here. Refresh, we get undefined. Undefined means the variable does not have a value. So let me remove var keyword to another keyword. Let's say let or const. Refresh, you get this error, full name is not defined. At this file, line number 1. Okay, this situation is called temporary dead zone, which means you cannot access the variable before you define it. So first you have to define a variable and then you can access it. Now let's see ways for naming variable. I will give you 2 ways or style for naming variable. The first one is called the snake case, and another one is called camel case. So in snake case we use underscore. You see, this is snake case. In camel case it looks like this. So, and it is recommended to use a camel case. Okay, now let's see the way of declaring variable, starting with var keyword. Var keyword was the only way before ES6, and when you're using var keywords, the variable can be declared more than one time and also can be updated. Let's see this in action. So let's say we have a variable called my friend, and I will assign it to Baraka. Yeah, of course Baraka is my friend. And let's print it out into console. My friend. Refresh, we see here Baraka is printed out. So we can declare again. Remember I told you in var keyword you can declare the same variable more than one time. And let's say Peter. Yeah, also Peter is one of my best friends. Save. Let's see. Now the variable is printed Peter. Also you can update it is equal to Patrick. Yeah, all this are my friends. You see, now we update. You can declare more than one time the same variable. Yeah, that is var keyword. Now let's see let and the const. Let and the const, a new keyword introduced in ES6. Okay, and when you use let and the const, you cannot declare the same variable twice or more than one time. Okay, let's see this in action. Let my friend be equal to Baraka. Okay, refresh. See the Baraka is printed out, and we'll declare again to be equal to Peter. Let's see now what will be output. Now you see we get an error. Identifier my friend has already been declared. So you should keep in your mind that when you're using let or const, you cannot really declare the same variable more than one time. Also, you can see when we use const, you see we get the same error. So what is the difference between let and the const? The only difference I know between let and the const is that const cannot be updated, but let keyword can be. So let's say you want to update this keyword. Let's say you want to update my friend variable from Baraka to Peter. And remember, I told you const cannot be updated. So let's see what the error will be printed out. Refresh. You see assignment to constant variable. So we cannot update the variable when you're using const keyword. So let's remove const and put let. Now you see my friend variable is updated from Baraka to Peter. That is a difference between let and the const. Remember, const cannot be updated, but let can be. And when you're using let and the const, you cannot redeclare the variable more than one time. Okay guys, let me give you more examples so that you can understand the subject well. So let's say we have a variable a is equal to maybe 3, and we have a function. Let's call it my function, and I will use our function here. And let's say we have a variable inside this function, variable b is equal to maybe 2, and return b, so that our function can output. And then okay, let's const dot log a to see how we'll get 3. Okay, cancel the log b, so see b is not defined. Why? And then we have been defined here. Okay, when you declare a variable inside the function, that variable will not be linked out, so keep that in your mind. When you declare a variable inside the function, that variable cannot be linked out. Okay, let me give you another example. Let's say we have var body weight is equal to say 50, and we have if statement here. Body weight when is greater than 49, and declare again here the variable water is equal to 1.4. Then cancel that log for body weight. Not your variable body weight. Body weight, that one. You should drink at least. You should drink at least okay, put your variable here. So let's print out the value of what? You see, this is come from our if statement here. For body weight 50, you should drink at least 1.4 liters. So let me comment this out. When you're using if statement or block statement, the value inside the block statement when you use var keyword will be link out. Okay, so this happen when you use var keyword. So let's replace this var keyword to let's see what will happen. You see we get an reference error here. Water is not defined. You see, when you're using let in a block statement, the variable inside that block statement will not be leak out. The same applies to const. You see, so that is the advantage of using let and the const. The variable inside the block statement or if statement cannot be leaked out. Okay guys, let's do another example, and in this example we're supposed to print out a number from 0 to 9. So I will use for loop. Let I equal to or assign to 0 and I is less than to 10 and I is increment by 1 and the const.log I variable. Let's see what will be printed out. Wow, we get what we want. We print a number from 0 to 9. So replace this with a const keyword and see what we'll get. Yeah, we get an error. Why? Because here the value of I is updated. It is increment by 1, and remember the const cannot be updated. So in the situation where the value is updated, you have to use let. Okay, let me give you a final example. So let's say we have array of num that contain a number from 1 to 4. 1, 3, 4. So and then we have to print out all number from that array. So I will use here for of loop. Const num of nums and the const.log num. Yeah, wow, again we print a number from 1 to 4. This is possible because there is no any place here in our code where the nums array is updated. So in this situation where the variable is not updated, you have to use const. Also, even if we use let, you can use and you get the same variable, the same output but here you allow the variable to be updated. So when to use var, let, and the const keyword. Always when you declare your variable, you have to use const keyword, and use let only when you want to update your variable, and the var keyword should not be used in ES6 and above. That's all, guys.